Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna be unboxing a new palette. It's by Raquel Cisneros. She's from my hometown, San Luis, Arizona, and she just launched 3 makeup palettes, 2 brush sets, and an eyeshadow primer. And I went ahead and ordered one of her eyeshadow palettes and a brush set. So I'm excited to open this up. I like how well packaged it is. Oh, okay. So as soon as you open it up, you have just paper, you know? So it says Raquel Cisneros right here. Let me take this out of here. It was raining earlier and then my AC stopped working, so right now it's really hot in here. So yeah, I wasn't gonna film the video today because of my AC. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry, too much talking. But I'm here filming. The show must go on. So as soon as I unwrapped it, oh, she's so nice. So she threw in a little extra product for me. This is the eye primer, the eyeshadow primer. So thank you for that. And then here is the brush set that I ordered from her. It's the eye brush set for the eyeshadows and the eyes. And this is the palette. The palette comes bubble wrapped. So let's check it out. Okay, double packaging of the bubble wrap. That's cute. We love protection. Oh my god! Okay, so I was wondering if the palette was animal cruelty free, and by the looks of it, it is. You know, it has your regular ingredients. Whoa, I almost dropped it. It almost slipped out of here. So don't do what I did. So this is nice. The presentation is beautiful. So we have Raquel Cisneros Beauty, and the palette name is Dreaming of You. So Raquel Cisneros Beauty, and the palette is called Dreaming of You. So the palette comes in a sleeve. So let's slip it out. So this is the palette. I'm so excited. I wonder how the formula is. I really hope it's soft, you know what I mean? I hope it's not like chalky and patchy. So yeah, let's open this up. Ooh. So the reason I ordered this palette is because I used to have the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette, but I gave it away to my friend. So this has the colors that it actually had in the other palette. But I wonder if they work the same or better, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the first row. So the shadows don't have names. Like the colors don't have any names. That's something I would have loved. Like the colors don't have any names at all. I would have loved, you know, some names. But that's not that important, really. I mean, it would have been cute, you know what I mean? But it's okay. So let's swatch from this end to this end of the row first. So using a clean finger, we're gonna start swatching here. Oh, so they feel very soft. So far, so good. So this is the first color in the first row. So it's very soft. Now let's go for the second color. The top row, very soft. There's a bit of fallout, but I mean, it's very soft. Ooh, that's pretty. I hope you guys can see this. So it's like a tannish, pinkish color. It's cute. And then let's go with the next one. So, not similar in color, but they're really pretty so far. And then let's go with the fourth one. I mean, the color payoff is nice. So far, so good. And the last one would be the shimmering color. This one here. So we just watched all these. Now it's the last one on that row. Okay, so with the last ones, they're very, very soft. And I barely dipped my finger in there. And the pan kind of like not crumbled, but messed up a little bit. Sorry. I think that was my bad. So the last row is just like glitters, you know? That's what I'm thinking. So for these, the last row, I'm thinking you're gonna need glitter glue so that it can stick. I would have liked for that shimmery color at the end to have a little bit of like tackiness to it so that you don't have to use too much products, you know what I mean? Like, I've used other palettes where they have these shimmery colors, such as like the Morphe one, the Jaclyn Hill color, the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette. She had these shimmery colors and they had the tackiness on it where, you know, it would stay on and they wouldn't be grainy, you know what I mean? Just a little bit, what is this? That's just my input, you know what I mean? Like, nothing serious. Who am I? You know what I mean? Let's swatch the second row. We're gonna start from this end to the shimmery colors. So I am noticing that this color here and this color here do stain the skin, so, but that's normal with these type of colors, you know? So anyway, moving on to the second row, let's start with this one here. I'll swatch the whole row and then I'll show you my arm, okay? Let's save some time here. And ooh, that purple is really pretty. And I'm lightly dipping, like I'm not pressing too hard, honestly. I'm not pressing hard at all. And they have really nice payoff. Yes. Alright, so this is the second row swatched. It's pretty colors, pretty. So I'm noticing that the glitter color on this row is a little bit more tackier than the first one, so it actually has a little bit more of hold without having to use glitter glue, you know? And same thing with the second row. It does stain the skin a little bit, and now I'm full of glitter. It does stain the skin a little bit, but like I said, that's normal with a lot of palettes, you know? So now we're gonna swatch the last row, this one down here. Alright, and this is the last row swatched. Yeah, the last row is a little bit patchy compared to the middle row. So, so far my favorite is the middle row because it went on smoothly. This one is not as tacky as the one in the second row, so yeah. You know, I would have loved it if it was a little bit more tacky. But it's not my palette, so. But maybe that's why she threw in the eyeshadow primer, you know? That way I could try it out with the eyeshadow primer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one eye. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one eye with no eyeshadow primer and one eye with eyeshadow primer, okay? That way we can see how it works even without that eyeshadow primer, okay? And then another thing that kind of bugs me is that the lettering is not centered. Like, this should be a little bit more over here, honestly. But it's okay. It's the first launch. It's doing better than the Jaclyn Hill launch, so. Okay, now let's open up her brush set. As you all know, I have a lot of brushes. I am gonna buy more, but yeah, I have a lot of brushes. You can never go wrong with a lot of brushes, really. The brushes they have a nice weight to them, you know, they feel like the Morphe brushes. Your regular eyeshadow brushes, you know what I mean? So it has her logo on there, Raquel Cisneros Beauty. So let's peel all of these out of their packaging. So I'm just gonna focus on her brush set for the eyes today. Yeah, so anyway, let me tell you guys a quick story. So my AC just went out because it's raining or whatever, and the compressor, I don't know what the hell happened to the compressor, but maintenance just came in and they brought me a like a little portable AC. Not little, it's like decent size, you know? And it's in the living room right now and it's cooling down the living room. So I'm here dying in the heat just for you guys. Alright, so we're gonna start with priming the face. We're gonna start using the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Primer. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention about the palette is that I like that there is a mirror. Alright, so once the primer is on, we're gonna move on to the foundation. Today we're going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Foundation, and we're going to be mixing two shades. We're going to be mixing N3 with N5.5, and I'm just mixing them together on the back of my hand. So normally I use the Shape Tape foundation, but today I felt like using the L'Oreal True Match foundation, just because I hadn't used it in a long time. I'm sorry if you can hear all the thunder outside. It's still thundering and there's lightning and there's rain. But yeah, there's lots of rain still. It's been raining for about 3 hours already. So once the foundation is on, I'm going to move on to the pressed powder. That way I can set the foundation before it creases. So for the pressed powder, I'm using the Wet n Wild pressed powder. And I like to press it in where normally it creases, which is around the forehead, where I have a lot of worry lines or whatever they're called. I mean, I don't worry because I'm very chill, but I do a lot of expressions with my face, so I'm getting a lot of wrinkles on my forehead. It's so hot in here. Jesus. So I didn't put any pressed powder on the eyelid just because I want you guys to see how the eyeshadows work, you know, on one eyelid with just foundation and on one eyelid with the eyeshadow primer that she gave me. So, yeah. And now we're going to move on to the contouring. So we're going to use the Wet n Wild contouring palette. If the power goes out, I'm going to be so sad. Alright, the bronzer is now on the face. Now I'm going to contour the nose. Alright, so now that the face is contoured, I'm going to move on to the blush. And we're going to be using the e.l.f. blush. And we're going to be using the Morphe E4 brush. Alright, so the blush is on, and now we're off to the fun part. So before we finish the face, we're gonna do the eyeshadows. Okay, moment of truth. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The moment of truth, the moment of truth. I really liked the second row so much, so I might just use all the colors on the second row. But I might use a little bit of the top row as well. Let's start off with this brush here. I'm not sure what brush this is, but I'm sure it's like a buffer brush because it looks like a buffer brush, like a blending brush or whatever. So we're gonna start off with the light color on the first row, so we can, you know, set the base. I almost forgot to put the eyeshadow primer on the other eye. So let's start with that. Let's put the eyeshadow primer on the other eye. Where's the eyeshadow primer? So this is the eye with the eyeshadow primer, and then this is the eye without the eyeshadow primer. So let's begin. We're gonna first start applying it on the eye without the primer, and then we'll move on and apply it on the eye with the primer, okay? So let's go. We'll start off with this shade up here first. This one here. So the brush actually picks up a lot of product. You know, the bristles on the brush are good. So far, so good. Very easy to use. The first shade is a very skin tone color. So It might not seem like I'm applying something, but I am. I really am. It's like an off-white color. You know, like a white with a tan? Yeah. Okay, so the first color is now set on both eyes. For the next color, we're gonna go in with the same size brush that we used for the first color, and we're gonna go in with the second to last color on the top. This is like a brown with purple undertone type of color. I like that the colors are buildable, you know. You don't want to overdo it. So now we do the same on the other eye. I mean, I really am loving how the colors are performing well. They're performing well together. Alright, so the second color is now on. So far, this is what it looks like. So, let's go in with a deeper purple. Now we're going to move into the second row. I really liked this third purple here when I swatched it, so let's go in with that one. So for that one, we're going to go in with the same brush. This one is a little bit smaller, so it's like probably the mini version of this brush, the mini buffer brush maybe. I'm not sure, it doesn't have names or numbers. But yeah, let's call it a mini buffer brush. So let's go in with the third purple here, and let's apply that on the lid. So I'm just tapping it on. I love how it's just applying very easily. And they're blending in together really nicely, and I'm not even having to buff it out, you know what I mean? So it's really good, really nice. I like that purple a lot. Really pretty. So let's do the same on the other eye. Honestly, I don't see a difference on the pigmentation. On the pigmentation, you know, between this eye and this eye, they're both performing really well, even without the eyeshadow primer. So far, we still haven't put the shimmer colors on. You want to know what would have been so bomb on this palette? Like a little orange or like a pop of red. That would have looked so pretty. But I mean, it's not my palette. The color selections are nice. But that's something I would have done. The colors really do blend well together. So I like that. Good job on that. Good job on your color selection. For the next shade, we're going to go in with the last row. And we're going to use one of her angled brushes for the bottom row. And I'm going to use the I'm going to use the second color on this last row just to put it on the bottom lashes and just smoke that out, you know. So that's that. So basically I just applied it on the bottom lash line and then do the same on the other eye. Alright, so that's that on the bottom lashes. That was the second color. And I think I'm going to do this purple right below that color on the bottom lash line. And we're going to use another one of her brushes. This is a flat brush. It's not synthetic, as far as I know. We'll do this purple on the second row, just below that color, just to add a little purple to that purple brown. And we're going to use another one of her brushes. This is like a pointy brush. And we're just going to buff that out on the bottom of the lash line. Just to soften it up. For the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to go in with the last color here. Let's see if it picks up any product. So like I said, these last colors on the last row, they're very soft, so don't dip your brush in too hard. And I'm just patting it down. And like I said, the second row shimmery did have a lot more tackiness to it, so I really like that because you can just press it on and it'll stick together. So now we're going to do the same on the other eye. So that's pretty there. I kind of want to add the last shimmery purple here right on the lid, just because I like how that looks with that light purple shimmery color on the inner corner of the eye. So her kit doesn't have another one of these, but we're gonna go in with this kind of like a flat brush to apply the last purple. To apply the last purple just like on the lid. So it's not really wanting to pick up product with this brush. Oh my god, I need to stop. I'm going to try to go in with the same brush that I did with the other one because this other brush was not picking up anything. As a matter of fact, it was just making a mess. But yeah, I'm noticing that the last color and the first colors don't have any tackiness to it. I'm going to have to add a little bit of eye primer to see if it becomes a little more tacky maybe. And I'm going to apply the primer at the back of my hand just so it can dry out fast. So I did put the primer on the back of my hand and I dipped it in there, and then I dipped it into the glitters, and now it seems to be working better. So I recommend you do that. You put the eyeshadow primer on the back of your hand, dip the brush, dip it in the glitter, and then just pat it onto the eyelid. And that's definitely working. So that's what it looks like. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up. But yeah, we're going to do the same on the other eye. Alright, so that's the second shimmery color there. I mean, the colors are nice. I wish I had more color selection. Like, all the colors here are very similar to each other. You know what I mean? I don't know. But it's pretty. It's a pretty palette. So before I move on to the lashes and everything, I think I'm just going to put some of the shimmery color on the bottom lash line. And I'm going to do the middle shimmery color because that one sticks better. So this is an extreme look that I'm going for. I mean, I'm just having fun with this palette. Nothing serious. Makeup is fun. So I'm just bringing a little bit of the inner corner shimmers to the lid. And just kind of buffing it into the lid there. Just to give it a little shimmer. Not all the way through, it's more like towards the half of the lid. So now that I've put the glitter on the lid as well, I kind of want to deepen the outer corner just a little bit. And for that, I'm going to go in with, we're going to go in with this dark purple here. And we're going to use a very small brush that she has in her collection. And we're just going to apply that. And we're going to apply that just on the crease of the eye, just to deepen that a bit. Then I'm going in a back and forth motion, just in the crease of the eye. You guys, I can't find my eyeliner. So I'm gonna use this brown liner. Alright guys, well I think that's it for today's look. So this look was achieved using the Raquel Cisneros eyeshadow palette, Dreaming of You. So this is the Dreaming of You palette. So my final thoughts about this palette is the eyeshadows are nice. The glitters, you definitely need a glitter glue to help them stick on. The eyeshadow primer won't work with the glitters on the pan. It didn't want to stick to my eye. And I really didn't find a difference with using the eyeshadow primer and without using the eyeshadow primer after all. They both applied the same on both eyes. This was the eye without the eyeshadow primer, and this was the eye with the eyeshadow primer. Honestly, they both grabbed on the same. But yeah, my final thoughts are that you definitely should give it a go. Try it out. She has 3 other palettes. This was the Dreaming of You palette. The other one is called Sunsets with You, and the first one, I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, this one's Dreaming of You. For the eyeshadow brushes, there weren't many eyeshadow brushes that I would actually use. I did like the first 3 eyeshadow brushes that I used. The rest were just okay, but I do recommend the palette. I recommend the palette. All the shadows worked great. The last ones on the row, the glitters work better with glitter glue. I'm 100% sure about that. I mean, the eyeshadow primer did have a little bit of tackiness, but like it went away as soon as it dried. So I really didn't find a difference between, you know, wearing it or not wearing it. But I do love how the palette worked. You know, I don't know what else to say. I did like the palette. The glitters were blah. My suggestion is, you know, for your next launch, maybe do the glitters and make sure they have like tackiness already included in them. Like I said, the Jaclyn Hill palette did have shimmery colors such as these glitters, and they applied seamlessly. So I'm pretty sure that you can come up with another formula that will have a little bit of tackiness to the glitters. Oh, you guys, I forgot to put on the lips. So for the lips, we're going to be going in with, we're going to be using a NYX pencil in the shade, what shade is this? In the shade Nude Pink, just to outline the lip, because we're going to be doing a pink lip. I mean, you can't really see it. It is a nude pink. We're going to use X Supermodel by Jeffree Star as a base. And then for a topper, I'm going to use Jeffree Star's Clout right above this X Supermodel color. Well, I think that sums it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope Raquel likes my little mini review. I hope it helps her with her future launches. I really did love the palette. Like I said, the eyeshadows do blend seamlessly. The glitters do need glitter glue. But I do recommend her palette, Dreaming of You. Alright you guys, if you liked this video, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this palette. I'll go ahead and link her page down below in the description box. And also, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified of all the videos that I've been uploading, okay? I'll see you guys soon. Bye!